Hello riders, it's Josh from CycleHunters.com. This is a 2013 Honda CBR600rr in all of that red, beautiful glory. Really a gorgeous bike. The 13 model is a really great machine that was designed after MotoGP technology trickled down into the 600 class. It made this bike way more compact, a lot more potent. It's definitely a mental challenge to ride because it's one of those bikes, it's a sport bike. And you know, these bikes are all about getting that track-focused mentality. However, it's a street bike. And these are actually not too bad. But again, when anybody's wanting to ride sport bikes, you got to kind of have it in your brain that you want to go ride these things because they're not the most comfortable bike. It's a beautiful red. Pretty much just a regular red. There's no flake or any of that in there. There's a couple little nicks and scratches here and there. But basic stuff, inline four. 4.8 gallon tank, 6-speed gearbox. The seat height is 32.3 inches, and the bike's 432 pounds soaking wet. I think they said 410 dry, but I mean, nobody really cares much about dry weight because you're going to have your fuel and your oil and your fluids and things like that in the bike. There are a couple little blemishes here and there. It's a used bike, so you're going to have to expect those things from time to time. It happens. But it's a really clean machine, for sure. Beautiful, beautiful bike. Clean. Got the Kiko calipers right there. 310 millimeter floating disc. Love how they got the light all tucked up in there. Everything is nice and tidy. You can see some scratch right there. Little bit. Oh, that one's a scratch. Some scuffage going on right there. Nothing a little touch-up wouldn't fix. But just showing you, you know, you're going to have these types of things here and there. Now, these bikes put out about 97 horsepower at about 14,400 rev, which makes it about 42.4 foot-pounds of torque, and that's about 11,100 RPM. I'm telling you, you're going to feel a good bit of power coming on. You know, you get into the super bikes where these things are insane-o power. They're all over 200 now. But, I mean, these are very potent machines. Fun, super fun bikes to ride. And, I mean, you just look at this gorgeous machine, and it just looks the business. It looks so cool. Gorgeous. This has the Two Brothers Undertail exhaust on it. And again, really clean bike. Not much for blemishes. There are a couple, like I said. Little nicks, things like that you have to deal with. Like, oh, there's one right there. That's about it for that. There's these two little right there. I mean, really, really easy stuff if you have the matching touch-up. But I just show everybody what's going on here. Even like down here where you normally see it, there's not a whole lot. But got the Honda decal going on down there. Really clean bike. It's got the CRG levers. Like the little anodized Showa tops on there. Let's see here. Controls. Really simple stuff here. This is high beam, low beam. Oh look, you can see it. High beam, low beam. Your turn signal. You see left, right, cancel in the middle. Your horn. And that's it. So nothing really complicated to deal with. Dash. You have your fuel gauge to the left, which is really nice. Very clear. Centrally located tach. Mile per hour on the right for your speedometer. This bike has 11,144 miles on it. Temperature gauge underneath that. Your clock. You can also see your indicator lights for your engine. Looks like temperature gauge in there, and then another your oil light, your temperature, and looks like an engine light in there as well. Your neutral light, And then over here is where you toggle so that you can change your trip meters. Pretty straightforward stuff on this bike. Your on off over here in your starter. So not much as far as any of the crazy electronics that these bikes are now known to come with today. So that's your left front. This is left rear. It's got the aftermarket stalks on so that it's not the big old chunky stalks hanging out. Here's your right rear, right front. I love the compact design in this bike though. It just really, really looks modern. And it is a really great sounding bike, which we're going to hear in a little bit, in a second here. So cancel that. Let's see. Now your lights. That's high, low, high, low. And brake. This will be foot. Here's your foot brake. That's kind of nice to have that. And that's handbrake. Battery tender lead right there. So all of our bikes, we do have the battery tender lead that we put on every bike so that when you're done for the day, you just go in and if you have a battery tender, you park it and put it on the tender and make sure you top your battery off. This also has the electronic steering head damper. So that is all underneath there. It's all compact. Again, in this bike, everything is about compactness. It's a Honda, so you have to kind of keep in mind. These guys design stuff with that in mind.
Remember to like and subscribe and ding that notification bell.
Now for the best part. Fire up this baby. Oh yeah. Sounds very serious. You can hear that it wants to rev. The Two Brothers pipes always really sound good. I've heard a lot of different pipes through the years. Two Brothers makes a great sounding pipe. Some of their bikes even sound like GP bikes. I've heard a couple. I mean, I heard a Katana that sounded like a GP bike one day. I couldn't believe it. It was the Two Brothers. So this is the Black Series on there. Sounds totally awesome. That sounds really awesome. Oh boy. Oh, you can imagine that thing ripping up the road. Oh my goodness. So nice. So nice. It sounds so good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a nice bike. Looking just so good. Yeah, I mean, you can imagine jumping on this thing, ripping around, having fun, going through the twisties. It is one of those bikes that you can pretty much ride all day, but mentally you have to be into it because sport bikes in general are not the most comfortable bikes. So you're leaning forward, you're all canted into it. It's an aggressive ride, but that's why you want this. And I mean, come on, look at that. So nice. So as I had mentioned, we have the battery tender lead. Now, every one of our bikes gets a 48-point checklist. So oil and filter, that's basic stuff. We're going through these bikes as much as we possibly can so that when you get it, it's as close as we can make it to a newer bike or what it was when it was new. It is used. As you can see, there are some blemishes here and there. Not a lot. Oops, even got the spools on there for your rear stand. But all in all, our goal is to make sure that when you get it, you're just riding it, thumbing the starter, enjoying your day. It's really what it comes down to. And oh, you can see the lights. Oh, actually, that light in the corner is your steering head dampener, but it just shows you when you turn it off, turn it on. You can see that then. But great machine, and it's a Honda, for crying out loud. We all know what that means. So again, with the checklist, we service these, making sure that it is ready as go when you get your bike from us, fully serviced, inspected, and detailed. So look, if you're digging the 2013 Honda CBR600rr, give us a call at 717-273-1809. Now you can see the full list of our current inventory at www.cyclehunters.com. You can see we got bikes for as long as the eye can see in the shop. As much as we try to pack them in, We are pretty tight in here, but we have a lot more in the garage. But everything is on the website. Check out the current inventory list. If you have any questions, just give us a call. We appreciate all the comments. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. We really do appreciate it. The riding season is upon us, guys. So, especially here on the Northeast where it's a little cold yet, the roads are starting to get clearer. And just remember, be safe. Get your tires warmed up before you go ride on a cold day. But most of all, enjoy it. And until the next bike, happy riding.